6 o'clock in the morning.
You better get yourself together.
We're heading out of Rawlins, Wyoming.
I'm tipping over.
I know, we're really heavy.
Oh, this is so heavy.
We have a week of food. It's going to take us a week probably to get to Atlantic City.
Super heavy.
And heading out of town. I know we're super heavy, but we can do it.
We have lotion on our face.
Can you tell?
I soaked myself in lotion for the last day and a half.
Yeah, and at this very moment, and this is noteworthy, the wind is not blowing.
I know.
Yeah.
I can actually do this video where we can talk. We can hardly do them because the wind's blowing so hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, car coming up ahead, so I'll get off of here. All right, bye.
Hey, bye.
Sound really fine. 아무렇지 않은 척 아무도 모르게 조심하는데 또 티가 났나 봐. Sound really fine. 너와 함께 했었던 시간이 길었어. 나 봐. 난 네 옷을 또 보고 있어. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. I can't control. 생각했는데 추억이 잠시 널 떠올린 거야. Sound really fine. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. I can't control. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. I miss you, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 너무 어려워. 항상 이별은 쉽지 않아.
This is our first morning out of Rawlins. Look at that sunrise back there. We're packing up. The wind stops in the night, which is just an amazing thing because it just blows all day long. But it stops in the night and it's nice in the morning when we pack up. So here we are in the middle of nowhere on a mud flat. Getting ready to move on.
We're cold soaking this year, so last night I just put some oatmeal in with some water in this little old ice cream thing. Yep. And then I have oatmeal. And I've got some raisins, and actually it's really tasty.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Mm-hmm. Filling.
Yep. here we are, just cruising through the Great Basin, Great Divide Basin. We hit our 100 miles yesterday, somewhere in there. And we're going to try to do 24 miles today.
Yeah. We're going to try and get to the water through here is really scarce.
Yeah. It's there. There is water. It's just kind of like 15 miles apart, so you have to carry a little bit for the night that you're going to camp, and you know, then you get heavy, but it's doable. I tell you the hard part through here, I mean, you're just flat walking, so that's not hard, but right now we have no wind, so we're talking on this thing because you can't even talk. But full sun exposure is hard because you cannot get shade, you can't get out of it. And then the wind is so intense. I mean, you couldn't even use an umbrella if you wanted to out here.
Yeah, no way.
I mean,
it was blowing me off the path.
Yeah.
I weigh a lot.
It just dries you out, and it's. But right now we have a perfect morning, completely still.
Really beautiful sunrise this morning.
Yeah, beautiful day so far. All right, check in later. We're going through cow country. All the mamas and their babies out here, cute. All right, later. This is our water source here. Got surrounded by cows. And there's the water. Well, we made 24 miles today.
Too many.
And we just about did ourselves in.
Wiped us out.
Wiped us out. Look at our face, totally windburned.
It's wind. It's like non-stop.
I'm going to show you, though, why we did 24 miles. I don't know if it was worth it.
Well, it's hard because the water is so far apart here. Well, in that section, it was really hard.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to do something.
It's a lot. It was a lot.
But
anyway, I'm going to show you why
when
we
were
came
chipper
here.
this morning, we said, hey, we were feeling really good.
And then we dragged in here like pitiful. Pitiful. All right, hold on. I'll show you why we came. This little reservoir right here is why we came. And we're just like trying to drink a bunch of water. This is our campsite tonight. It's kind of a nice campsite, actually.
There's some pretty big fish in there.
And we saw a lot of wild horses.
Yeah, and we just saw some, we think they're prairie chickens.
We think we saw prairie
walking
chickens.
across right there. I saw their little profile on walking down. I was like, what is that?
So cool.
It was a group of about, what, 6 of them?
Yeah, so cool. Just bobbing along over there. All right, later. Comes Lynn walking across the dam. We put our, there's little rodents all over the place there, so there's a sign way over there, and we hung our food bags off of there because you don't have a tree in sight, so you have to do something with them. So sometimes we find a fence post or something, but anyway, Lynn just hung her bag and we're heading to bed. Look at this beautiful wild horse right here. Look at that beauty. There's our water source. And there's the cows. Stop break. Stretching and eating. Trying to get out of the wind. Here's our camp for the night. It's very windy, but it's a nice little site. This is our water source, a cow pond, and we're out of the wind for a minute. And there are some cows right over there.
Being blocked by this hillside, which is nice.
It's nice to get a windbreak. It's frigid this morning.
Yeah, super cold this morning. and a really cold wind, so it was like 30, what did I say it was?
38.
38 degrees.
Cold.
Really cold.
Super cold wind. I don't know where that wind's coming from.
Mm-mm.
The Arctic, maybe?
Hi.
Hi, everybody. This is the first chance we've had to speak on the video because the wind is howling nonstop.
I know.
And it's blowing today, but it's just, we're behind a little hill here, so we're blocked for a minute.
Yeah. And a little cold front.
But it's cold
cold
here.
front is moving through, and it's really cold.
Yeah.
You guys, just the other day we were complaining about the full sun just beating on us and burning up, and now we have cloud cover, and it was 38 degrees and
Who knows? Who
windy.
knows
Frigid.
what'll happen.
It's cold.
anyway, we're
Making our way. We're
We
making
are.
our way along the trail.
We're getting closer to Atlantic City.
Today had some new features.
yeah, the terrain has changed.
Yeah.
Trees.
Yeah.
Oh, and last night at camp, and when we were
Oh.
in our tents asleep, wild horses came up and were
I know, hanging out in our camp.
Yeah.
feeling the hooves.
Could hear the hooves.
I shined my light on them, and they looked at me like,
What in the heck?
I know, it's so cool to see all the wild horses, and it's been fun. And we're glad that the terrain has changed a little bit. We're getting closer to the wind. We're 2.5 days away from Atlantic City and then closer to the Wind River Range, so we're kind of changing. It's kind of now a mashup between mountains and prairies, kind of.
Yeah.
I think the prairies are still winning in this next section ahead. It
I
looked
think
pretty,
so.
Yeah.
All
pretty
right,
sagey.
we'll check in later.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, quite a few babies.
Well, it's lunchtime at the rest area here. Christy's trying to eat ramen noodles, and she's not having very good luck. Let's zoom in on the noodles.
It's ramen cold soup. I put olive oil and sun-dried tomatoes. I can't do it. I can't do the cold soup.
Okay. You gotta swallow. You gotta swallow. There you go. Big bite.
Tonight, we have a cow on the hillside yelling at us. It's windy, it's cold, and we're sitting in a pile of cow poop. Gosh. Oh man. And we're drinking cow pee water. Well, we're packing up out of Cow Patty Haven,
Yeah. Oh my God. It really
also known as Poopville.
Cow Patty Plaza.
Cow Patty Plaza.
Oh man.
There's frost on the tent. And And it's freezing cold, 34 degrees. Middle of
It
June
smells bad.
in Wyoming, and it smells really bad.
Yeah.
It's just,
We should tell you we're here because of the stickers.
yeah. There's stickers all over the place out here in the prairies, and so we found this grass area, but it's just completely covered in cow poop. Every square inch of it, really.
Well, I mean, this was a... Well, never mind.
I'm going to show you the...
We've also only still seen one other hiker.
Yeah.
We're looking for more.
We've been out here. This is our 5th day out. We've seen one hiker and a couple in a truck. That's it. All right, I'm going to show you this beautiful ground we're camped on. So there's just cow patties. Absolutely everywhere. Just everywhere. Just poop. God, it's just unbelievable. It stinks. This is Lynn's new look. Because she's had 3 ticks on her.
I know, and one attached yesterday.
Yeah. She didn't put permethrin on before she left,
gosh.
and so now she's got her socks over her pants.
Lesson learned. Use permethrin.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Well, we knew it, but...
Do as I say, not as I do.
that's right. Yeah, use permethrin.
This is a big...
Oh, and there's Tootsie Rolls.
Oh my God.
Tons of water and Tootsie Rolls. Oh my goodness.
Now I'm putting on...
Well, we are actually walking without wind today.
It's a beautiful day.
So beautiful.
Amazing. Oh my
It's a
gosh.
gift. You don't really realize
Yeah.
what a gift stillness is
Yeah.
until you walk 19 miles in an incredible gale force wind. and
Yeah.
you're like,
That's right.
Oh,
It's terrible.
Yeah, it was awesome. Get out of it, but it was horrible yesterday. Anyway, we'll check in
Do
the
you think pronghorn make a sound?
pronghorns. I don't know. I've never seen them.
I keep hearing like a squeaking sound.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. So it is.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Oh, I've been trying to catch you guys ever since I started. Oh, so good to see my traveling.
Hi, Pesky.
Hi.
Oh, hello, fellow CDT hikers.
What are you doing? How are you doing out here in this big old Great Divide Basin?
Oh my gosh. I never knew about such wind
Oh my
I know.
gosh, the
We had that
wind.
too.
Yeah.
and the sun. So I've been fighting that. How about you guys? Are you wearing sunscreen?
Yeah.
Most of
And
the
your
time.
hats?
Yep.
Because you know it makes you get wrinkled.
I know.
And you guys you don't need to go down that road.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, I'm so
Well,
glad I caught you guys.
It's nice to meet
Yeah,
you. Right
great.
up with you again, Pesky.
Is
Really
this
nice.
starting today, or is this late in your day?
Oh no, I've been up for a while.
Oh.
I saw your names at the water cache in the book, and I thought I could run and catch them.
Wow.
Well, all right.
It's a surprise.
All right.
Glad to see
I know
you.
you're glad to see me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
can see the Wind River Range in the background, which is where we're heading. Should get there in about 3 or 4 walking days. And still has quite a bit of snow, but not as bad as it looked the other day. But anyway, we'll deal with that obstacle when we get there. But look at that. And it has some clouds hanging over the top of it. Look at that. That's the Wind River Range. Love it. So look how cool this is. So this is the Oregon Trail cutoff, the Seminole cutoff, and the California Trail. How about that? Out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Got some rocks behind us. There's the feral cats coming along.
Yeah, feeling pretty feral. Meow.
Little campsite for the night. And you can get a great view of the Wind River Range back there.
I think we should hike over to them.
Want to?
Yeah.
All right.
Just walk over there.
All right. Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Woo, what a week.
An end of another week.
So from Rawlins to Atlantic City, Wyoming is 113 miles across the Great Divide Basin.
Kind of a desert.
And we're on day 5, and we're going to get into Atlantic City tomorrow, day 6.
Mm-hmm.
We've averaged about 19 miles a day. We had the one 24-mile day, and then that following day we did like 15 because we were so tired.
Yeah.
But we've been doing pretty good.
We have. The water situation, I mean, it's cow ponds. And yesterday's water, last night's water, oh my gosh, tasted like dirt. But we got rid of that and found a water cache.
Yeah.
That somebody had let. Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
From the CDT, what do they call their thing? CDT
Conservancy or whatever.
or something.
Their
Yeah.
conservancy. And it was nice. And some Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah.
Super nice. It's not conservancy. It's I can't even think. Oh well, that's okay.
Association.
Anyway, so the challenges of the big basin
Oh, are many.
are many, and it's been really tough. It's really harsh.
Yeah.
The environment's harsh. The weather's harsh. It's really been rough.
Yes. Yesterday morning, when we got up, the wind was blowing hard.
Yes.
We hiked 19 miles, which if it had been today, it would have been fabulous. It was like ridge walks, a bunch of ridge walks, but the wind was like gale force the entire day.
Yeah.
So you just, that wind is howling around your head, that noise.
Yeah, all day.
And
All
almost
day.
blowing you over at the very top
And it was cold.
of the ridges.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was a cold wind.
Yeah, it's cold. We had our jackets on all day long.
But really, it's been windy the entire time. Today is the first day that we have not had wind, a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
But another challenge is the sun. You're in sun from 6 a.m. till 9 p.m. I mean, there's not a shade. You were just in it. We just covered up. We wore long sleeves,
long
Yeah.
pants,
just covered our
hat
skin,
pulled down
Yep.
as much
Yes,
as you
yeah.
can.
sunscreen, and just tried to drink a bunch of water. But that's harsh to be in the sun like that. And you can't get out of it.
And then the other problem is water,
Yes.
is the distances between water.
Oh.
So like 15 miles, that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
I mean, really long distances between water where you're just like, so you end up having to carry.
Yeah. So you're heavier.
Anyway,
Much heavier.
aside from that, it's been a great time.
But the upside is there's tons of pronghorns running around.
I mean,
They're
unbelievable.
so
They're
fun
everywhere.
to watch run.
And their little babies, and
Pronghorn
tons
babies
of
are
wild
cute.
horses and their
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah, the wild horse. I thought we would see wild horses, but I had no idea there's that many wild horses
No,
out here. I
amazing.
mean, there's
Neither.
just
It was so fun.
small little herd there's tons of them. There's a lot of them.
And I tell you, it's been beautiful. I'm really glad that I've just walked this entire basin. I mean, I told these guys I would never do it again.
And it's a hike you would never do.
You wouldn't just choose to come
No.
out and hike it,
Oh,
but
I think I'll go out and hike through it's like, because it's like a high desert.
Yeah, it really is.
You know, high desert plains. It's we keep saying it's a harsh environment, and
super.
it is. It really is.
and dry.
But it was a good experience. I bet it's been an experience.
But there's some kind of richness to it too, and there's as you walk along, and you try and imagine all the different traveler people. You know, the people today we were looking at the posts they have up for the Oregon Trail and the California Trail, and the people that passed through here, and they were walking. I mean,
yeah.
I said to Annette, we're seeing the same things they saw. The mountain range, we could see the Wind River Range, and
yeah, because when you're in there, as you come across there, there's not a building, there's not a power pole.
No.
There's nothing that would, we saw exactly what they saw. As they came over that edge and looked at the
there was some
Wind
rocks
Rivers.
And,
I tell you, it's been an amazing experience. I'm really grateful that had the chance to experience it. I mean, talk about expanding the confines of our life. This was one for sure, big time. Yeah. And we've seen one hiker the entire time. Tags.
One guy.
2 weeks. That's it.
Tag or I don't know.
There's a couple of people ahead of us because we see where they signed the water cache thing. So there's a couple people ahead of us.
We saw Pesky.
Oh yeah,
that would be 2.
Pesky's around here. She's back with us now, but yeah, that's right, Pesky.
I think she's already gone to sleep for the night.
But anyway, so that kind of sums up. So tomorrow we have a 18-mile day into Atlantic City.
Yeehaw.
And there's a place called the Miner's Grub Steak. It's a bar restaurant.
And
they
supposedly
they let
have hamburgers.
Yeah, they have really good hamburgers. We hear it doesn't matter how good it is because we just want to eat. I'm down to my last bit of food. But they allow camping there if you want to camp and maybe a cabin. But we just can't wait to go eat some food.
Oh yeah.
So
the cold soak has been an experiment that we're really not crazy about, so we're going to get off of that.
It has kind of worked. I mean, it got us through these long.
Well, yes, it worked.
Long sections where we didn't want to carry extra food weight because we knew we were going to be carrying water because of the distances between water. So it kind of worked.
Well,
it's almost impossible to eat.
Yeah.
You're like cheeking it, and then you're cheeking it, and then you kind of put it up under. It's like,
oh man, it's bad.
It's bad.
Anyway, all right.
You look like a Major League Baseball player there.
We'll keep you updated when we get there and what happens next.
Yep.
But we're still moving forward.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hasta.
Saturday.
Here's our resupply box.
Yeah.
Resupply.
Sunday.